Alright, welcome to this video, Derby Owners Club World Edition tutorial on running this game in Demul. Now remember, this game is not perfect. It will not run perfectly. You need all the player stations in order to run this game perfectly. And probably some other stuff too that was beyond the scope of this video, but what we want to do is we want to set it up so that we can have somewhat of a good experience running the game. So if you have Demul, and this tutorial is not about using Demul or loading Demul, it's about how to set a Demul up so that you have a somewhat decent experience using Derby Owners Club. So that, with that being said, go into your Demul folder, your demul.exe, and double click it, run the demul.exe, and you should get a first window that pops up. Okay, and I'm going to use this window, the first window, as the main screen where you see the track, all the horses are supposed to race on. Okay, and then I'm going to click a second instance of Demul. Okay, and this will be the player screen with the horse, running the horse, training the horse. Okay, that's what that screen is for. You need both of these screens up and running to start the game off because we got to set up the game properly first. So in your first Demul screen, it doesn't, once it's set, you don't have to mess around with it, but make sure obviously the video is automatically set to 640 by 480, so you get that window in your computer. I checked this box network sort. I don't know if that makes a huge amount of difference or not, but it seemed to be working okay with that box checked, so that was one important thing that I did. So make sure this is set up correctly. Go to your config file again, go to Naomi BIOS, that would be auto selected, and that's fine. I've used the multi-hack, which it already picked the multi-hack to use for this. The multi-hack is good because I noticed some issues with some of this other one. It might select like a different EEPROM for you to use, but the EEPROM 23605C multi-hack Naomi 2 board seemed to work pretty good. I saw some errors with some other ones. I haven't even tried a different one yet, but maybe I'll do some more testing and try a different one. And then Naomi mode, make sure dip switch 2 is set. The reason being is because I know when you're using this one here, if dip switch 2 isn't set, sometimes you get, if dip switch 1, you get the error that you're not at 30,000 kilohertz. So you need to be there. Okay. Then the next thing to do is, especially on the top one, like I'm putting this like this is the main screen. So the top one, you want to go to click run Naomi 2. Make sure you have your BIOS files, and there's multiple files to put in there. I can't go over what files you need, but if you go to the where's the website? It will show you where the BIOS files are that you need. Let's go here. So this arcade database, and you go to that arcade database under Derby Owners Club World Edition. Your BIOS file, it'll show you all the BIOS files you need right here. Okay, make sure that's in your ROM folder. Okay, then you're gonna go. So you're going back to this file, Naomi 2. You're going to select for your main screen, Derby Owners Club World Edition EX main, Rev D. Okay? Don't click OK. Okay, we're not ready to run that yet. You're going to get the second instance ready, run Naomi again, Naomi 2. And this one is going to be Derby Owners Club World Edition Rev C. Okay, by Sega Hitmaker. Now you're going to go back up to the top. You're going to make sure that's selected again. And you're going to click OK. You're going to get a second Demul window pop up. Make sure that you put that to the right. Click on the Rev C again and click OK. Now, reason being is because we need this all to sync up together so you can run the game. All right. They need to all be synced up to get to the main screen. Now the reason being is once they make a network connection and they're synced up, then we have to go into the game BIOS. So now it's syncing up. We need it to run in order to get into the BIOS. Okay. So for it to run, when it gets to the run part, highlight this top left screen for the main screen. So you're going to see Derby Owners Club World Edition Racing Program presented by Sega. So this looks like the screen, you know, that we used to look at. So you make sure this left one is clicked, and then you're going to hit, on my keyboard is F4, okay, to get into the BIOS. Okay, in the BIOS, you want to scroll down, and on my controller, one of the buttons is set to, you can figure out what button is on your controller. It doesn't matter. You want to go down to system assignments. To select system assignments, it's usually the start button. So on my controller, it ended up being the start button. So you go to system assignments, you go to start, and then you go to cabinet type. Make sure it's in 4 players. Okay, we're not going to be able to run 4 players because for some reason Demul doesn't allow you to run 4 players. Okay, now there's an issue. We'll lose our sound in the testing mode of this bottom cabinet. So what we want to do is we want to exit out of that instance, and we want to open up a new instance of Demul again. Okay. Go down to File, Naomi 2, Naomi 2, highlight the Rev C again, because what we want to do is it all has to sync up together. So I'm going to get that instance ready so I don't lose my sound, because you lose your sound at times. And I'm going to go to exit out of here, okay? Click my start button to select that, and then exit out of here. As soon as I exit out of here, I want to run the Derby Owners Club World Edition Rev C down at the bottom so that it can all sync up again and I can get my sound properly. So exit out of there, hit the Rev C and click OK, and that instance should pop up. And now you should be able to sync, everything should be able to sync up. Okay, you should be able to get into Derby Owners Club and start breeding your horses and running. Now there's bugs with this, especially with breeding horses. You breed a horse, you get a horse, and all of a sudden he says they already have 4 races. So you're going to see checking. It's going to make it established was connected as a master site, and then this is the slave, and it connects. So highlight this screen, okay, this Demul screen, and you're going to hit you're going to make sure you have enough credits, and you're going to hit your start screen, okay, and that's going to send you to your breeding farm.
1,800 meters.
So there's an issue once you breed your horse. I'm going to select whatever horse I can, but it doesn't matter. You can select your, even before that, make sure you select your controllers. Everybody should know how to do that. I'm going to pick Marvelous King. I'm going to select him. Let's go to Candy Cane. Pick Candy Cane. Okay, so it's going to breed your horse.
1,800 meters.
And you're going to see, once it's done breeding your horse, you're going to see that it's going to have 4 races already. So I'm going to select my name. So let's just pick Test. Then I ask you to pick your silks. Test is something. It's going to have you pick your silks. Now see, the top screen is not perfect, so I'm just gonna pick any silks. Doesn't matter. I mean, you get the banner at the top, so this is pretty cool. The horses actually do a much better job in this setting. With the race, I've seen worse. So now that race is going on, you could, you know, try to build your relationship with your horse. Remember this? I get one. If I try doing too many, I always lose a relationship. So you know, you can pick your. You should know if you're looking for this game. You should know how to play it. Oh, I got 2. All right, that's cool. So he's got a hood on.
Here's the results of the photo finish.
All right, so now we're gonna get into the training aspect of the game because we're gonna sync up with the races. And we have to train before the race.
1,800 meters.
Now, the one of the issues is you don't have all the horses listed because we don't have three other players to connect. Demul stopped.
The race results have been declared official.
Working on this thing. I wish we could have had the other 3 set up. That way we could have all the horses that we need in the race to run against, you know? And then you can use more players. But if you notice, see, female, black, 4 races already, none won. I didn't race a race yet. Already started off with 4 races, so, which is horrible. I just wanted to show you. So I'm going to start off with start. And I have sound, so I can hear sound. If you use the reset, you're not going to get, sometimes the resetting doesn't give you the sound. So that's a bug too.
The weather is
so let's make our 13 seconds.
And the track condition is good.
Usually it's 4 whips early on. And then 2 whips after. So I'm 5.05 seconds off. Not bad. This should have been great, but now we feed our horse. I mean, this game just brings back so much, you know. It's just so awesome. So I look for a special food. If there's no special food, then I just go with... I'm going to go with out of the box and cornering. Alright, so he likes turnips, which is good. I think that's just random. I don't know. I still have the racing cards. That's the other issue. You can't save your horse. But who would want to if you're already wasting races? It would be cool if this was fixed somehow. I'll try to fool around with things just to see if we could fix it. Maybe somebody out there can find a configuration that fixes the racing issue, where he already has 4 races when he never raced ever before.
The second race from Eastern City is on the turf at 2,400 meters.
But again, the screen is selected. It's gonna look pretty good up at the top. I have to say, it's not bad. It's not perfect, but if you're jonesing to play this game just for fun.
We're moments away from the start of the next race at Eastern
That's
City
why we got a lot of nulls,
Racetrack,
because we don't have any other
2,400
stations
meters.
set up. Alright, so I'm going to try to break out of the gate right on time.
And they're off.
So I broke out perfect, which is cool.
A field of fast horses are now underway at Eastern City Racetrack on the turf, a distance of 2,400 meters.
So my whip works, you know, as you can hear it.
relaxed and in full stride. Up front, the leader opens the margin through the clubhouse turn.
And you have your
The
whip
rider
and your
appears to
hold
have total
button, so...
confidence. Many of the horses are in tight quarters. The field is now in full flight.
So I'm way ahead. This is where
As they pass
my
the
horse,
1,000 meter
he's
mark,
all
the race
these
remains
horses
wide
basically
open.
because the other ones aren't set up. And then
Midway
that's the
through
horse I'm
backstretch, it
racing
continues to be a
against.
compact field as the
So
horses set a moderate pace.
I'm way ahead. I'm not worried about it. When he gets around the
final
turn,
it remains a compact
I'll start
field.
whipping when he starts catching up.
Around the
So
far
here he
turn, the leader
comes.
continues to set the pace.
So
With only a few meters remaining, the front runner desperately trying to hang on. They're in the final meters, and the entire field is all out. Has drawn on even turns. Come on. Has drawn on even turns. What a race. The field is running as one. Many horses are now being set down for the drive.
yeah,
by the
he's
rider.
beating me.
They're running wild as they make the charge to the wire. The whips are out.
I
headed
thought he
for
was
the
too far
driving
back,
lane.
but
Not
I guess
responding
not.
to the whip. Get up, get up. Number 11 is the winner with a solid performance.
So of course, normally, you know, you just built your horse and your horse. But I mean, you could watch the race. The race looks good. You know.
The second race, turf, 2,400 meters.
I'll
The winner
show
was
you
number 11. In second place, number 7.
the rest of it.
And the third place finisher.
So that's
is
pretty much
number 1.
as far as I got
race
in
results have
setting
been
it up,
declared
right?
official.
So we're gonna go to. So you raced one race, and now you had 9 races, 0-1. So I'm gonna just pick encourage. He didn't like being encouraged, even though he lost. Which I know I never. And then you just hit the start button again to go into the next race. Okay, just like the normal game. If you end the game, you're gonna have to start off on another horse.
Third
Unfortunately,
race,
that's
from
just
Southern
the way
Park
this is.
on the main
Because
track
we don't have a
at
card reader.
1,700 meters.
So hopefully
The race is about to begin.
somebody can work on this or do something or make it so that it works. I mean, it would be nice if this worked. It's awesome just to be able to do this right now. Let's see, what do I want to run? I'm going to run Spurt here.
The weather is cloudy, and the track condition is good.
So that's about it.
The
All
weather
right, I don't
is
want to make this video
cloudy,
too long.
and the track
So
condition
if you
is
need any help,
good.
so all right, bye.